Yes, and then us, the public, don't notice them using it because we're too busy being angry at gene ads.
And in a way, maybe that's the whole point of the gene ad and the Nazi propaganda bullshit. Distractions.
Yeah,
Could possible.
keeps us nice and busy.
Makes me get all frustrated when I'm working on a freaking scissor lift thinking of stupidity of Nazi propaganda when I'm dealing with a piece of shit fucking scissor lift that doesn't work.
Maybe he got a little too cozy with some of these birds.
Only explanation I have in where a Fiat Uno could keep up with a Mercedes S280, okay?
It's not that I wouldn't fight Mothman. I would beat the shit out of him.
We're seasoned.
So wait, you mean to tell me they have a festival commemorating the day a man got his shit rocked by an extraterrestrial carrot?
My neighbors across the street, they are not real.
But a pyramid is the most boring shape.
Part Sasquatch, part trickster midget.
Welcome to the Conspiracy Kitchen.
What's going on, guys? Thank you for joining us in the Conspiracy Kitchen, where we uncover the secret ingredients behind life's daily mysteries. I'm your head chef, alien-loving, ghost-hunting, I guess, host, Joe. And as always, I'm accompanied by the cryptid killer himself, my sous chef, Josh.
Hi, everyone.
And before we start this episode, I just have to get something off my chest, Josh. It's been bothering me all week.
All right.
And that is the American Eagle commercial ad, whatever you want to call it, that everyone, or well, some people are fucking pissed off about. I got to get into this. So if you guys haven't seen the ad or commercial, I don't know if you've seen it, Josh. They have some stills that they have online, pictures, but they have a, 15-second video ad. And basically it's, Sydney Sweeney, right? You know who she is. She's under the hood of like a 60s Mustang GT350. She closes the hood, the camera pans down, follows her, staring at her ass as she walks in the jeans. She wipes her hands on her butt, gets in the car, closes the door, does a burnout in a circle, and takes off. And as she takes off, the screen goes, Sydney Sweeney has great genes, right? You seen it or?
Yeah, because I saw that one, and there was another one where she's talking about, like, blue jeans, I got blue eyes, or some shit like that.
Right. So this is where it pisses me off. All right, I really got it. They're coming out and stating this is a play on words, and it's just really bad. They're trying to say that it's not she has great genes. She has great genes as in genetics. And then they try to spin it so that this is Nazi propaganda they're going about here. Because you know what she looks like. She's got blonde hair, blue eyes in the commercial. And it's nothing of the sort. It's fucking genes. Now, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I think you're pretty much a conspiracy theorist, right? Absolutely. We believe in a lot of crazy shit. This is not a conspiracy, dude. I'm telling you right now, it's not a fucking conspiracy. They're not out there saying, not spewing Nazi propaganda. Yes. What? She's objectively attractive, right? They put her in the commercial for this reason. I mean, she's in the commercials when she does it, she's in her jeans and she's in a jean jacket, kind of zip down, little bit of, flaunting a little bit, but it's not propaganda. Yes, she has great genes and genetics, all right? We can go there, right? I'm not a Nazi for saying that. I don't have blonde hair, blue eyes, right, Josh? You know me.
No.
I mean, my wife has blue eyes, but that's beside the point. I'm not a Nazi, okay? This is not Nazi propaganda. It's bullshit. And I don't think the CEO of American Eagle would actually be pushing Nazi propaganda. Jay Schottenstein, it's just a hunch, to me, would not be in on Nazi propaganda. It just seems like this side, for some reason, the left or the more liberal side now, the woke, they try to use sometimes. It's just weird. They're conspiracy theorists now, and it's weird, but they're bad at it. They come up with the worst shit that makes no sense. It's fucking horrible. All right. Now I got it on my chest. Thank you for this attention. Thank you for the attention to this matter, okay, guys? They're just selling jeans. It's just jeans. Yes. All right. If you have anything else to add, I had to get that off my chest.
Well, I find it funny that people have a problem with this, but they didn't have a problem when Beyonce did the same exact ad before
Levi's?
this one came out. Yeah, she did the same ad, and everyone's like, "Wow, look at her jeans. She's got great jeans." It was the same shit, but no one batted an eye.
No, but it's a white woman. I can't say that though. I guess I shouldn't say that.
And then you have Doja Cat making fun of it on TikTok and doing it with a southern accent, just mocking her, and it's like, no, that's okay. We could allow that too. That's fine. But anything from a white person is evil.
You're evil, Josh.
I guess so. I must.
This podcast is evil. It's from two white guys.
Yeah, we're the devil apparently.
But yeah, I really had to get I was stewing on that ever since. I'm like, how can they? Where are they drawing this conclusion from? It's a fucking jean commercial. She's wearing their jeans. They think their jeans are great. It is what it is. Who cares?
I get where they're coming from. I do. I see what they're saying. But they're grasping at straws, and the straw is a mile down the road. It couldn't be farther away from anything. So it's pure utter nonsense. They're just selling fucking jeans. Let them sell jeans. I don't care. Yeah, nonsense.
Don't make them apologize for it. Don't make Sydney apologize for this commercial. It's a commercial. It's an ad. It's an ad to sell jeans. They're great jeans. It is what it is. It's nothing more than that.
If they make the Jewish CEO come out and apologize for Nazi propaganda, we've officially failed as a nation. It's just ridiculous at this point.
Wait, I didn't say he was Jewish.
I'm sorry.
I just said Jay Schottenstein. I don't know you. No,
sorry.
But he is Jewish, yes.
Googling it now. Oh, he's Chinese. No.
So I don't think he's pushing or spewing any type of Nazi propaganda. It's a jean commercial. I'm pretty sure he would, if he thought that, he wouldn't sign off on it. He probably has the ability to say, no, we're not playing this commercial.
Yeah. I don't think he would allow it.
Anyway, that really pissed me off, but then something made me happy today. So, I don't know if you know, I have a fish tank in my living room. One of the neon tubes went out, or the neon tube lights went out, and I said, I don't want these tubes anymore. I want to get something LED. And I was, while scrolling through Amazon, I found this fucking amazing light. I got it today. I set it up. It's awesome. It comes with a remote. You can say it. You set up sunset and sunrise times, and like I have it set for like 6 a.m. sunrise, 9 p.m. sunset, and a half hour before that time, it slowly fades, or fades in and fades out. So I just watched it before it was fading out, and as it fades out, it then mimics moonlight for overnight with this little black light that shines a spotlight down the middle of the tank. It's fucking sick.
That is pretty cool. Sounds like you had a good day pet-wise.
It's amazing. Not just flipping that light on, and then the fish are like, oh, what the fuck? It's fucking bright out of nowhere, and then they get all stressed out.
Yeah. And
then just flipping it off. This one just nice and I don't have to turn it on and off. I was gonna get a smart switch or smart outlet for the so I didn't have to turn it on and off like with the switch. I could just set it up on my Google Home and have it turn on and off automatically. But this thing, I was like, this is much nicer. It fades in and out. It's supposed to relieve stress. It gets them all ready for sleepy time at the night. It gets their cardiac rhythms changed because they know it's starting to get dark out. It'll help make them healthier.
Sounds like you had a good day. Whereas I woke up and the door handle in the room I sleep in, with the door closed, the door handle broke off inside of the door. So I became locked in the room at 6 a.m. And then I had to find a screwdriver and remove the door handle off of the door just to get out. And then I wandered into my living room and I saw the rug turned over, like folded over, which usually means there's a present for me. And I unroll it, and there's just 2 handfuls of cat shit just in a nice, neat little pile. Like, here you go, fat man. This is for you. So I had to replace a door handle, and then I had to scoop cat shit and clean a rug. So that was my day. So we had 2 very different days.
And today was a lot nicer too, temperature-wise. Like, the beginning of the week, I was just fucking sweating profusely.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Today, I mean, I was at a site. I was at the end of the day. I was working on a boom of the Genie S65, and it had a breeze off the ocean. Actually, it was giving me a chill. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "What the fuck?" It was like 63 degrees Fahrenheit, real temperature, not Celsius.
None of that bullshit. I was off from work today, and my wife worked from home, and she only had a half day, so we hung out, went to see the cousins, brought them some chicken wings, and that was a pretty good day. But then, cat shit and door handle. But
I guess that made it worse, huh?
It didn't help. I'd say that. But I digress. Anyway.
Yeah. All right. So I think the main course tonight, or what we wanted to really start talking about tonight, I was thinking about bringing this up at a different episode or earlier, and we never did, and we never got to it. But I think I want to just talk about it today. We can go even more in depth, maybe another episode, but just a brief coverage, or whatever you want to call it, of MH370, the disappearance, and the theories behind where this Boeing ended up going with all its passengers. 239 passengers on board.
Yeah, that was, what, 2014?
2014 that happened, yeah.
I remember the news coverage because that's when I had first started at my job, and I could hear it from the waiting room. Like, oh, we can't find the fucking plane, it's gone. I'm like, oh, what's going on? But, yeah, plane took off. It had 239 people total. You got 227 passengers and 12 crew members. Took off from, was it Kuala Lumpur at 12:41 a.m. And when the plane traveled into Vietnamese airspace, it disappeared off of the radar. And yeah, that's the question. Disappeared off the radar, and the tracking system, you see in the movies, little bloop bloop, the light going on in the thing, that went away in the control tower or whatever the fuck. So they're like, oh, the plane's fucking gone. And then the military was able to pick up a signal on it. I think it was like hours later, and then it had made a complete U-turn and went over the Malay Peninsula and toward the Andaman Sea, and the signal was completely lost at 2:22 a.m. So it completely disappeared after that.
Yeah, and you can't find a Boeing 777 anywhere.
Big fucking plane.
Yeah. So apparently there was a lithium-ion battery fire on board too. So we have some. I mean, I don't know if you guys have heard of Ashton Forbes. He's a big proprietor of one of the theories I'm going to talk about. I actually heard about him first on another podcast, Conspiracy Earth. Investigate Earth podcast. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said it's Conspiracy Earth. Investigate Earth podcast. Chad and Sherry do a good job over there. That's where I first heard him. And I kind of got into it. I was listening to him, and to be honest, I mean, he gets a lot of fucking, to begin with, he gets a lot of flack. People go out of their way to attack this guy, Ashton Forbes, on X a lot. And I'm just sitting back, and if it wasn't real, like if he was just spewing bullshit, why would so many people go out of their way to like just attack him like they do? There was actually I saw a meme today, just today, someone posted on X. It was like a little illustration, and it was Ashton Forbes, and that he's tall. He's like 6 foot, maybe a little taller than me, 6'2", 3". They made a little illustration of him, and he looks like he's like 5 foot tall, and then there's this big fucking guy standing next to him. And then it says when Ashton forgets he's not on the internet, and it was like Ashton saying, "Hey, you fag, you want to fight me or whatever? I'll fuck you up or some bullshit." And I'm like, well, they just go out of their way to make illustrations to attack him. Like, what the fuck is that? It's the stupidest meme I've ever seen.
Why do they hate him so much? Does he sell jeans?
He must be selling jeans on the side.
Oh. Fucking oops.
No, it's because about the theory he has. They hate him so much because of this theory that he has. And there's video evidence. 2 videos I was going to talk about in a little bit. They were posted to on YouTube a while ago, like not long after the crash. I mean, he would obviously get way more in depth if you go over and listen to any of his stuff. But it was like an anonymous account, didn't have much views. It was just 2 videos, and it took a while. And then he kind of looked at him, and then other people saw him, and they started coming out with these theories. And looking at the video, it was supposed to be MH370, taken from secure. It's supposed to be military videos that somehow got leaked. The only thing I have against it, and no one's really said, why aren't these videos taken down if they were military leaks? But I guess they're spread all over the place. I think the YouTube channel is taken down that had them originally, but they're everywhere. I sent you a GIF of one. Like, you can just search MH370 in the GIFs on like the G board, and it'll come right up with that orb video. So yeah, I think he's the closest to what happened. But I know Josh has a bunch. You have some other theories you wanted to get into before we get into the main one, the big one. But overall, neither one of us think that plane just crashed into the ocean, right?
No. No. I mean, I know why they don't take the videos down. It's because once they erase them off the internet, it becomes real. And
then you have more questions. Well, why did you take them down?
Yeah, and then the dicking continues or gets worse.
Yeah, I guess I can understand. Yeah, I can see that now that I'm thinking about it. You're absolutely right.
But no, there's a couple, theories. There's mechanical failure, like a catastrophic mechanical failure, like an electrical fire or rapid decompression, caused the plane to lose communication and crash. The transponder stopped transmitting, which suggests a power failure, and the U-turn could have been an attempt to get back to the airport, but I mean, they would have overshot by a whole airport. So I don't think that's the case.
Well, you're getting into the power loss and the beacon stop transmitting, but we have satellites in space that look at so much fucking shit all the time, almost in real time, just watching, right? Video. And for this plane, it's huge. And when it crashes, if it crashed in the fucking Pacific Ocean, I feel like the crash site and like the debris field itself would be so big, it would be almost impossible to miss it. In a way, like, you know what I mean? Like, for that debris field to be scattered all over the place, you tell me no satellite no satellite did pick it up. No satellite picked it up? To me, that's one of the things that's hard for me to bypass right off the rip about where this plane went. And then you also have the black box, right, that records everything that goes on in the cab, everything that happens going up to that. So they can't find this fucking thing. But the black box, this thing is made to, when it hits water, when it's immersed in water, it has a sensor on it that automatically activates like a pinging signal so that sonar can pick it up. And they could last up to 90 days, depending on the batteries. Minimum 30 days. And this ping is like detectable for a few miles around by sonar. So you're telling me when this thing hit the water, that thing's going off, and we were searching all over the fucking place during that first month, 2 months. They never detected this fucking black box pinging.
They were in the water the next day, scanning everything. Yeah, they were everywhere.
That's like the main thing too. I'm like, how did you get away with the black box is meant to be submerged in water and then send out a sonar signal at a frequency of like 37 hertz that you can detect for a few miles by sonar. The military has to have some kind of way of finding it. They found the fucking Titan submarine. It's much smaller, right?
Oh, now it is.
I mean, it's much small to begin with. It's much smaller than it started out as. But it's much smaller to begin with than a Boeing 777, right?
Yeah, they found that shit in a day.
They found it pretty quick. And they heard it fucking... And the Coast Guard heard it implode. You know what I mean? Like, they have recordings of the noise of it imploding, yet we don't have any fucking way to hear this thing pinging for up to 90 days underwater. We can't find it.
They found the fucking PlayStation controller used to steer the fucking thing, but they can't find the black box of a fucking giant ass airplane.
You can't find any. The only thing that happened was, I believe, a flap may have washed up ashore somewhere that they believe was to MH370. Nowhere near where the crash site was or where they thought it was crashed. And I mean, how easy could it be to plant a fucking flap from the same model aircraft?
On the beach, no less. You telling me no one noticed that for a whole year?
Oh, wait, this is here.
Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. Remember that fucking plane that went missing? Like, God damn it. No, I read all about that too. He found it on the fucking beach a year and 8 months later, and he's like, wait a minute. This looks suspicious. This doesn't belong on the beach. God damn it, bro.
It's exactly. Some bullshit is going on. And I don't think this is the first. It's not going to be the last time that crazy shit happens. And I mean, look at Amelia Earhart, right? Where'd she go? Still can't find her ass, her plane.
Yeah.
Something was abducted. Now, when this fucking thing hits the water, presumably, I just feel like there's absolutely no fucking way in hell, not one fucking detection from any military could have picked that up. I will never believe that.
Isn't there like life preservers and shit?
Yeah, they have like the inflatable fucking that when the door opens, that inflatable slide thing that comes out and you can float on that.
Thing I always wanted to jump down. Yeah.
I mean, there's gonna be debris fucking everywhere, and the only thing that washed up is like a flap.
Why? So why would that wash up if the rest of the heavy plane sunk? I mean, the part that they found is very heavy. I don't think that's just going to float ashore. It's a big fucking piece of an airplane.
I don't know. I'm not as versed in how buoyancy or how aircraft parts, how buoyant they are, but I'm pretty sure if that flap floated to that part, there'd be all kinds of pieces strewn all over all different beaches in some kind of, taken by some kind of stream or what do you call them? What do you call them in the water? You got the jet streams in the air, and then you got the fucking...
So like the Gulf Stream or whatever the fuck.
You don't call them streams anymore, right? You call them fucking... whatever they're called. But the currents of the water, I feel like something's going to get washed up besides that. There's just too many things that point to the plane never crashed. And the other thing I wanted to talk about, almost slipped my mind. It's a good thing it didn't. We have like 19 passengers' family members that have signed like an affidavit or some kind of thing stating that days after the crash, quote unquote, that they could call their loved ones' cell phones and they would still ring.
Yeah, I don't care how good your phone plan is. If you're at the bottom of the ocean,
No roaming?
Well, I don't know. I have T-Mobile, so I don't know. But now, if you're at the bottom of the ocean, you're not getting a signal. And yeah.
And then someone brought up to a point of being, well, maybe those people had their phone numbers forwarded to a different, like a landline or something. And I'm trying to, and like at first, like, maybe it's a possibility. But then I'm thinking about it. It's not. The forwarding happens on the cell phone. The cell phone has to do the forwarding itself. So if you still call, because I tried this, if you still call and say you set up the forwarding on your phone to this number, and then someone calls your phone, the phone has to answer it and then forward it itself. It does it itself. So the phone still needs to be powered on with service. You fuck all if you think the cell phone, any of our phones, my flip, or my fold, I mean, your iPhone, is still going to be powered on at fucking, however many fucking leagues under the sea. Not crushed, not dead, not fucking succumb to salt water. I mean, our phones can withstand fresh water for a little while, but salt water is a different animal.
I mean,
there's no way days later that's happening. What iPhone fucking lasts days after? Get the fuck out of here.
Well, I got a waterproof case.
Yeah, how many days is your phone gonna last?
I don't know. It's new. It's got a pretty good battery on it.
How many days, Josh? Can it last 3 days?
I think if I don't text as much, and I'm not dead in an ocean.
I don't think it'll last 3 days.
Oh.
Maybe if it's sitting there on fucking full battery saver, I don't know. Like my fold will last like, if I don't charge, I mean, I just throw it on a charger every night. A day and a half. I guess I could probably get out of it if I didn't charge it. But what the fuck? I want a full charge. Throw it on this wireless charger at the end of the day. It has smart charging through AI. It doesn't start charging until it knows when I get up. It learned when I get up. It fucking starts 2 hours before because it knows it takes about 2 hours to slow charge. And it's fucking full at the next morning.
Sorry, you use AI to charge your cell phone?
So if you have a real phone, not an iPhone, a Galaxy phone, or an Android, we have adaptive, like, because charging your phone to 100% while you're sleeping and it sits there at 100% destroys your battery. So what we have is the phone notices when you get up, or it sees your alarm. But on weekends, it just kind of learns when I get up because I don't have an alarm set. So I throw it on the wireless charger, it'll charge a little bit and then stop. It pauses charging, says, hey, he's going to get up at 7. It'll wait, detect, oh yeah, okay, it'll take me on slow charge about 2 hours, so 5 o'clock it'll start recharging so that at 7 o'clock, when I usually get up, or when my alarm gets up, it gets just to 100% as the alarm goes off. Yes. That's protecting your battery.
All right.
Just let you know. Don't worry. I know you guys are, your Apple guys are kind of behind. I had a guy today at work come up to me and goes, hey, you got a smartwatch? I'm like, yeah, it's Samsung. I didn't know Samsung had smartwatches. What? They had them before. They had them fucking long. I had the original Samsung Gear smartwatch when I was in college, dude. It had a camera on it. It had a little camera on it.
All right,
it's a little square.
Fucking Dick Tracy, calm down with your
Now I got, like the Galaxy Watch. Actually, I think the 8's out now. I mean, I don't update my watch as much as my phone because it just runs. It's fine. But anyway, we're getting way off track here. The phones would not be able to forward the call. The phones are not going to be able to ring and be, they just go right to voicemail. This isn't fucking super fucking phones that are withstand fucking crushing forces of the water and salt being fucking in them and battery life that lasts 20 years, nuclear powered phone. It's bullshit. The plane did not go into the water.
Debunked.
It's not in the water, dude. I don't care what anyone says. There's no one has proof besides a fucking flap washing up on shore that this thing actually hit the water.
And they didn't just find that. They found I think it was 27 different pieces, but
whatever, it's all the same.
What are the odds that it's that, and not just planted to throw people off?
27 little pieces?
Yeah. How the fuck do you know it's that plain? You're putting it together like a fucking puzzle?
Were these serialized parts? Because I don't remember seeing anywhere that they're serialized. But from what I understand, it was like a flap and another just bullshit. Scrap metal, right?
It's just hunks of metal that they're finding. Like, the ocean's a dirty place. There's gonna be chunks of metal. Sorry.
Or you can dump it in, it's been fucking 11 years. You start dumping parts of it in just to, get people off the trail.
Yeah. Pretty soon you'll have your very own airplane. No. Yeah. So I don't think it crashed. Another theory that I read was that the captain stole the plane or hijacked it. Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah.
Oh yeah.
So this is why I think this has some validity to it. They went into his home and they found a flight simulator, which he's a pilot. They're gonna have them. It's good practice. They're fun too. But they looked at his route in the simulator, and it's almost identical to the route that the actual plane took. So, why would that be? Unless you're prepping for something.
Just a coincidence.
Oh, yeah, it's just a coincidence. But, yeah, I don't think so, because he was also known to have, political frustration, specifically supporting the Malaysian opposition leader, Anwar Ibrahim. And some reports suggested that, he attended a court hearing for Ibrahim the afternoon before the flight, which led to speculation in the British press that the disappearance was politically motivated. Which I don't know why you would just crash a plane because of that, but it's kind of stupid.
Yeah, apparently he had marital problems too, maybe, perhaps.
Yeah, and everyone was saying like, oh, he's he's sound-minded. He doesn't have any issues, but you don't fucking know. You could never know that.
So the Malaysian opposition party that you're talking about here, this was like some kind of overthrow the government party. So you're trying to get into, and he supported them?
He supported it, and he went to the hearing for this man the afternoon before.
Was there anyone on the plane that was pro-Malaysia government? Because, that could be another reason if there's some high up. But I feel like that would just never be allowed, right? Especially, they wouldn't go on public planes. So why would he just want to kill all the people why would he want to kill himself and a bunch of people on a plane? You know what I mean?
Yeah, doesn't make sense. But also, there was some reports of people trying to board the plane with stolen passports. So, it all could have been like a setup kind of thing. But, yeah, they found 2 people with stolen passports. And they were like, okay, well, you're clearly trying to hijack a plane. But it turns out they're just seeking asylum. But again, you don't know people. They could be doing both. Who knows?
It's true. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess you could say that. Because, there's the one theory was that there was hijacked by 2 Iranians with stolen passports.
Yeah.
They were going to fly it to a secret location, like Afghanistan or something. But no one, usually a group will claim responsibility for that over something like that, you would think. So the black box didn't show any signs of struggle or unauthorized cockpit access. If, before that, you still get communication. Before it got, I guess, cut off, I should say, there was no communication saying, hey, someone's trying to break into the fucking cockpit or anything. And at this point, they're locked because of 9/11.
Also, where the debris was found, in the Indian Ocean, was far from where any runways were. So if they were trying to steal the plane and bring it home, so to speak, they were either going the complete wrong way, or ran out of gas.
You mean jet fuel?
Sure. Both are delicious.
I see. I don't think so. I don't think it's any of that. Again, the 911, it's almost impossible to get into the fucking cockpit. So coming from inside the plane itself, I don't see a hijacking possible anymore, unless a pilot or something was in on it. So I don't think so. There's another theory that maybe it was remote hijacked with the autopilot by the CIA. But again, I mean, was it? I don't think so, because I think Ashton Forbes is pretty close to the actual truth. So I don't think it was even the CIA hijacking its autopilot and steering it remote control. I think it just took the fucking plane.
Yeah. It didn't crash. I think we could agree on that. It did not.
Yeah, 100%. It did not crash. It was not shot down, and then tried to cover up. So if it was shot down, I think we would definitely have known it. But there's just with the whole thing with not being able to find even the black box, to me points to someone covering something up, especially one, can't find it. The U.S. can find fucking anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They can find us right now if they really wanted to. And the fact that they were so close to that U.S. base in Diego Garcia, right? So we're kind of close to this thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're not far from it. So you're close to a military base. This thing is supposed to have gone down in this area, and you can't find it. That base doesn't detect anything underwater for fucking up to 3 months if it's still on, pinging. You telling me you can't your sonar ain't picking that up? If that's true, if that's 100% true, I'm a little nervous then that submarines can be flying up and U-boats would be driving sharks into the beaches, and we wouldn't be knowing about it in this day and age. You know what I mean? We couldn't see submarines coming. If our sonar couldn't pick this fucking thing up near a military base, the black box that's meant to be designed to be discovered, I'd be a little nervous for our safety.
Yeah. That, and if, a plane is nearby and goes down in the ocean near one of our bases and they don't think to go check it out, they're like, oh, well, look at him. Fuck him. He didn't make it. Well, what's for dinner?
It's a cover-up. Because it never went down. But for any of this other stuff to be true, anything else, to crash, the fucking mechanical failure, we know there was a fire on it, but for any of this stuff to be true, I think the fire was planned, like a setup to get the kind of get them to change course so they'd be off radar. To get out of the way of, I think, who was picking... What was the radar picking them up? What was the last radar to pick them up? You mentioned it before.
What time?
No, what country's radar was picking them up last? Did you mention that or no?
Malaysia.
Malaysia themselves. So maybe to get them out of their radar view. If it's in our radar view, we know about it, so it doesn't matter. So there's 2 videos that have to be proven fake, right? For any of this other stuff to be true. Have you seen those videos?
Oh, I sure have.
Okay. So we have the one video, it's the overhead view, right? It's the white. You see the clouds. And it's at a pretty low frame rate, right? I don't know how many frames it is per second. It's pretty slow. And you see the plane going through, curving around, right? And then it just gets zapped. Because what happens, there's 3, looks like spheres, right? Circling it.
Mm-hmm.
And they go around and then you see it, boom, zap. This video and a second video, which is from the side in a much higher frame rate, kind of like, I guess, even with the plane's height, shows the same sphere circling the plane, and boom, zap. So the first one, a lot of people try to debunk with the fact that, and Ashton would obviously be able to fucking talk about this much better, the fact that they're saying that the clouds aren't moving. I don't know if you watch the video. The clouds aren't moving, and then they go out and say, we found that cloud, it's a still photo, in some random textures website. They come out and say. Well, Ashton, as he is, starts digging, and he finds out that the cloud photo texture, if you flip it 180, stretch it, and crop some of it, slightly matches the picture scene. But the problem is, those textures were added after the video was released. These textures were not on this website prior to that. They're in their own little folder, almost like they were planted. And I can see that once the video starts getting viral, I can see now at this point, whoever wants the cover up to happen, oh fuck, the videos are out, will start, instead of taking the videos down, because that'll just create more questions, right? You start planting little things here and there to try to remove credibility from those videos. So this fucking still photo of some clouds, flipped around, stretched, cropped, kind of looks like it. It's added later on. So to me, it's after it. So if that thing was added after to this website, how would someone be able to use it to make this video? And just recently, it seems like what that video was, and they're saying, oh, the frame rates were, stupid, satellites faster than that. We didn't realize what we were looking at. And it just kind of seems out that we are actually on Gorgon Stare is actually what we're looking at here. So Gorgon Stare is a spherical array of 9 cameras to capture motion imagery across a wide area. It's usually attached to a drone. They fly high. You don't want this one narrow view from a drone over. They do all this to do large, almost city-wide perspective of an area. So then that's developed by the Sierra Nevada Corporation for the U.S. Air Force, and this started being developed in 2011, just before MH370, and it was actually upgraded the same year MH370 went down. And you get on, well, what about the frame rate? Yes, the frame rate for this is much slower than a camera. Originally, it was only 2 frames per second, and now it's been upgraded for 2014 to a max of 12 frames per second. So this all fits that first video perfectly. The Gorgon Stare is 100% what that first video is. Was it faked? You're damn good at fucking faking shit if that video is faked. But then adding this second video. You watch the second video too.
Yep.
Right? The side one.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's a FLIR drone video. Now it's using heat signatures to map whatever object's flying in front of it. You see the spheres going around it. Same thing. What makes this even more believable is if you start the videos and let them run simultaneously, they are synced up to the millisecond. They're identical to from start to finish in the exact same time the plane gets shot through a portal. FLIR, even for the FLIR one to be faked, the other one, you might be able to possibly do it. This FLIR video, for this to be faked, you really got to be good, dude. Because one, we didn't know about when this video came out, we did not know about the fire on the plane at first, and somehow later on it came out that there was some kind of evidence that said there was a fire on the plane. Whether they knew about it earlier and they didn't release it to the public or not, the FLIR video with the heat signatures, actually you can see the fire heat signature in the belly of the plane.
Well,
which is crazy.
The thing with that is you could see the heat signatures, which is the only indication that there was a fire on the plane, because there was no distress signal put out at all. There was no other indication of a fire. So the only way they could have known is with that heat signature in the video, which would mean the video is completely real.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, how else do they know about it? But they say there was a fire. And then we also got exhaust ports. You see heat coming out of them.
Mm-hmm.
like for someone to fake this video, you have to be really good. But then again, they try to debunk it. The gimbal, they try to say, oh, the fucking, why can't you focus on the video, like the plane? Because if you see it, like the plane, leaves sight, comes back in. There's no, you're not locked onto it for good, clear imagery. That even makes it, for me, it makes it more believable. I mean, who the fuck's gonna edit it back, like out of the frame, into the frame, out of the frame? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
that part of the video when they zoom in.
Yeah, they were filming a fucking plane on fire. They didn't have time to set up a goddamn tripod. Get a nice shot.
So that being in there makes it more. Like, I feel like if it was just steady on it, boom, and always in the middle, that'd be more. Oh, this thing is faked.
Yeah,
but it's not. It's all over the place. That's more. And then they say, oh, we found the animation they used for the teleport when it goes poof out, and they overlap it. And they're like, see, it's kind of close if I change this. And well, first of all, if it's a stock animation that you think they used, you shouldn't have to change anything. Right? Second, even after you did modify it, it's still not 100%. And they crop out half the video when they're showing it and they only show one side, where it's kind of like two parts match up, but nothing else matches up. And they say, oh, it's close enough. This is what they use. This is the stock footage, the stock animation they found on this website, and that's what it is. And again, if it was just the stock animation, why the fuck is it different? You know what I mean?
It shouldn't be kind of almost identical. It should be fucking identical.
It should be identical. And I keep promoting them, but I'm going to say, Ashton said, he goes, all right, if it's faked, prove me wrong. Someone else make the identical video. Just make a video, using FX and all that, just make something that looks identical. No one has yet to do it.
Because they can't.
Because you can't. Exactly. These videos are very convincing. I think they're real. I think it's Gorgon stare from the top, and that's why the frame rate is the way it is. Because people are like, oh, if it's satellite, because at first we kind of thought it was, even I believe Ashton even thought it might have been satellite. And they're like, well, why is it so fucking slow? Why is the frame rate weird? We have higher frame rate. And I forgot his reasoning before. He kind of thought it might have been this or that. But then we found out, well, they made this thing called Gorgon Stare for drones, and it runs at a low frame rate because it's taking multiple pictures from up to 9 cameras and stitching them together. So yeah, you're going to have a slower frame rate.
Mm-hmm.
And it fits perfectly now into what this is. So, I mean, there's a lot of evidence pointing to it. And the fact that then they try to, all these, I've never seen so many people trying to debunk something in my life. It's almost like there's paid plants everywhere to try to lower his credibility, and whatnot. Because, dude, it's insane. They come out of the woodwork, they attack him, like I was saying before. Just try to freaking, basically now that they can't really make him stop talking about it. They just want everyone to not listen to him anymore. Get rid of that credibility. But he has a huge following, and I mean, he wants to get to the bottom. He thinks the family members deserve an answer. Where did the plane go? Where'd their loved ones go? Did they get teleported, or transported to this base in Diego Garcia? You know what I mean? They're testing out this new technology and just sent them over.
Yeah, I'll never understand people not wanting to follow every possible theory to find out the truth. It's the same thing with 9/11. Everyone was pretty content with leaving it at a plane crash and not, a full setup from the beginning or bombs planted or anything like that. But no one wants to question it a little. Find where the fucking plane is. They're just going to say, oh, it disappeared. That's the end of it. You're not going to question every fucking thing.
You should.
Yes.
I feel like everyone... I don't think anyone should be content with just something that's spoon-fed to them. Like, even, like, when we... Like, I think we mentioned this in earlier podcasts. When we fucking tell you something, we say this is what it is. You really probably should... You don't just take our word. Look into it yourself. Everyone should be fucking trying to figure out that, yes, this is what happened, or no, this isn't what happened. Same thing, yeah, with 9/11. What else was happening behind the scenes on that? You know what I mean? This. Just, we don't know what happened to it, and just deal with it. That's the answer, and you're going to have, that's it. Well, then, why can't it be X, Y, or Z? Why can't it be any of these other theories? But nope, you're automatically an asshole if you try to think of a different answer besides the one that is this, and this answer is bullshit. We don't know what happened. That's the answer. Come on.
Yeah, they like to romanticize it by saying, "Oh, it's going to remain a mystery." It's like, well, you're a dick. There's a lot of families that want to know what the fuck happened. Like,
Yeah,
fuck, man.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like a lot of, and I guess this will be a different episode too. Even maybe we'll even do it with the Grunt Grunts, but a lot of like elites, I guess, higher ups, the people with money, the people that actually pull the strings, don't want us scumbag commoners questioning anything. That's something they don't want, and that's why they try. The media just kind of so much like they just want you to listen to what they say. This is what it is. They're just paid mouthpieces, and stop trying to figure out stuff on your own, so that then you become complacent. You just agree with everything they say, and you basically just do nothing to figure out anything on your own, and just believe bullshit.
Yeah, we struggle to make a buck. Meanwhile, they're weird eyes wide shut parties.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
it's this plain. The videos, like, so we'll get into like what exactly. So we like Ashton believes it was plasma orbs. I won't get into the details about how they work and everything else. It's a whole thing. But using magnets and stuff, they open up. They basically tear a hole in space-time, and then you have a fourth orb anchor point, basically. So the three, with the sphere they do, tear the hole, it goes to the anchor point, and wherever that anchor point is, it gets teleported. And right behind it, it closes up so fast, because it's like, if you're in the ocean, you take a bucket of water out, it basically fills back in instantly. So that's basically what space-time is. He believes it's like ether, and you can take free energy out of there, and that's the thing that he thinks they're really trying to hide from us. MH370 is linked to free energy. You can get the energy from anywhere in the ether around us, and that's it. It's free energy, power, unlimited power. And he believes that, and I kind of think, it would make 100% sense. The energy business is a huge moneymaker. I mean, they fucking the biggest. I think it's the biggest industry in the planet. Energy. I mean, if you can get it for free, what are they? They're worthless. You know how many people would lose money? How many people, the richest people in the world would just be fucking done.
Yeah, trillions of dollars down the drain.
Exactly. And I mean, there's other things that say, well, if this was real and we can do anti-gravity and plasma orbs with free energy to move things and travel, which we can use to do in space, with way less energy needed because you just get it from around you. Why isn't Elon Musk saying this is real? That's the big thing I see. And, well, maybe Elon Musk doesn't know it's real, or he's told to shut up about it, but he spends a bunch of money on rockets, right? Rocket fuel and everything. And if he had this technology, obviously we can get to Mars. But, I mean, if you go back through history, besides MH370, there's actually, there's one in Australia. I think there was pictures taken. I think the Nazis talked about it. There has been pictures before of planes flying with 3 orbs around them. In the past, in history. And maybe it's just they finally figured it out how to actually get it done when they did MH370. And then probably by the time this happened, we have perfected it for the MH370, and they finally were able to actually teleport this plane. So now, the question is, when you're like if the people alive on that plane were teleported, do they come out alive? Do they come out different? That's the thing. Another thing we have to figure out, right?
Yeah, because I was thinking, have you ever seen the movie Tomorrowland?
No, I have not.
So they take, like, the smartest people in the world and they bring them to this city where all these geniuses work together. So, like, is it maybe they're just teleporting the smart people away to work on, potentially planet-saving things?
Could be. So, because there was a bunch of engineers on this plane, was there not?
Yes, there was.
Yeah, so these people, right, they could have been teleported away to do what you're saying. The military wanted them. Or was the U.S., because I think there was Chinese engineers?
Yes.
Or did the U.S. say, no, watch what we can do to your guys, and just fucking gone, teleported away in some kind of, and then say, prove it.
Or they're all working together and they teleported them into a place where they all kind of coexist.
Yeah.
And everything we see, country borders, things like that, is all a big show.
Which is what the globalists and the elites want, right? No countries, no borders. Everyone fucking plastered into one big world government. Which I don't want.
Well, where would you teleport these people to if it was on Earth? Would it be like a hollow Earth thing?
I think they went to Diego Garcia. And then from there, they're just, whatever's out there, moved around, witness protection, or like esque types thing, change your names. Or they died in the teleportation. Because you have to think, I wonder what the body goes through being ripped through the space-time like that.
Oh, it would be like The Fly. You ever watch that?
No, I don't watch anything.
Fucking Jeff Goldblum builds a teleporter, and he gets drunk one night, and he goes to test it, and a fly goes in while he's teleporting. And then he comes out the other side fine, but that he slowly, turns into this big, grotesque fly monster.
No.
Yeah, so these people could have teleported and then ended up with, an elbow for an eyeball.
Now that we're on that, could you fight that thing?
The fly?
Yeah.
Yes. The only thing I would have to keep a distance because he does what flies do, which is throw up acid on their food.
Yeah. I think with that size, you think that would really mess up your skin?
Probably, but
yeah.
I would do distance fighting. I'd have a bow and arrow and just keep a distance.
Katniss it.
Yeah.
Katniss Everdeen.
Oh, that one but you don't know the fly.
Because the Hunger Games are good movies.
Yeah, they're okay. I prefer Battle Royale, but that's just me.
Jennifer Lawrence isn't in Battle Royale, I don't think.
No, she's not, because she's not, Asian.
So that's
I don't think.
I'd rather prefer the Hunger Games. So, and on top of it, kind of get into this part of it, I guess, if it did happen. What would happen to a human going through the wormhole or whatever? Someone brought up I was looking at something else, and they brought up the fact about we don't really know where our consciousness comes from. What happens if our consciousness is linked to that ether, what they call it, or free space, and when you go through it, you disconnect. So when you come out of it, you're not really the same. You're just someone else in another meat suit. So that's why I feel like if they were going to try teleportation like that with the plasma orbs, teleporting them, they don't really want to talk about people to tell people or ask people for volunteers because of the whole ethical side of it, right? You could be killing people just like that. Who's going to want to volunteer for that? Most people are not. And you probably don't want to just get random people. So it could be a huge cover up. One, for the energy side. The energy sector is a huge $1 trillion industry. And we don't want to fucking have the ethical side on this, 2. And 3, to cover it up, I don't think we want Russia or China to know about it or figure out how to do it themselves.
Also, once you throw out the term meat suit, I don't think you're going to get many volunteers.
Probably not, right?
No.
Because on top of it all, this, besides the fact we were talking about in one of the 2 episodes ago, I think, with controlling the weather as a weapon. It's a huge weapon. If that exists, it's one of the most powerful. This could be even more powerful, right? This free energy fucking just zap something away whenever you want. could probably destroy complete countries in the blink of an eye. It's probably worse than the weather modification attacks. So covering that up, and is obviously national security. You don't want some random scrub on the street to find this kind of technology and be able to use it on top of it. Huge national security issue. Something that you probably don't want getting out.
No, not at all. Because then I don't know, what would a random schlub use it for?
Some psychopath kill someone, I guess, teleport someone, fucking teleport a building into the sun.
just to be a dickhead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you could see it, right? I just thought of it like, and someone who's actually a psychopath, because I don't think I'm a psychopath, could think of something like that. I mean, imagine what a real fucking twisted fuck could do. You know what I mean?
Guy walking around using Doctor Strange portals for no fucking reason.
Yeah. But like using it as a military weapon. Say we have this, they don't. We're over, because I don't think any other country's ever going to be able to the U.S. soil. It's just oceans, and it's too hard. You'd have to try to come up, I guess, through South America maybe, but there's bottlenecks. So somewhere over like the Middle East, or say we're fighting in Europe again or whatever, there's a huge tank formation coming your way from Russia or China, and we have this technology, and we just take them and put them on the moon. You know what I mean? It's the most powerful thing in existence if it is actually real, and there's a lot of proof here, looking at it, that it could possibly be real.
I would just fuck with the enemy side so bad.
Exactly.
Like let them travel for weeks to get to where we are, and then just
teleport them back
right back home where they started. Like, oh god damn it!
To start the trek all over again.
This is bullshit. War is over.
That would seriously, even if you just did that, you don't even have to kill them, right? Just keep teleporting them back to their start, and they have to keep the morale would go through the fucking down the drain, through the floor. They wouldn't want anything to do with it. There'd be freaking mutiny and not wanting to fight all over the place. So it's not just about killing it. You could just lower morale with it, just like that.
Yeah.
The same way, and you're not going to fight. Or even you had it on your side and say, like, you have a division that's getting surrounded. You're freaking, they're sieging your position. You can't get anywhere. They're out. No surrenders. Boom, they're out of there. Teleported them right out, back to a safe area behind the front to regroup. Any other country that has that is going to have the upper hand, and if the United States is the ones that figured it out first, they're no shit. They're going to cover it up. They don't want any other country to know about it.
Yeah, they don't want anyone knowing about a Rick Sanchez portal gun.
Oh man, you got anything else to add about? I don't know what theory you have, but I think Ashton Forbes is on the right track. I think he's pretty close.
See, I like to think it's a scenario like the show Manifest, where they're still in the plane right now flying.
Okay.
And they're probably got sucked up in a black hole, and then they're just going to appear at some point in the future, and they're going to land like, wow, that was a bumpy flight. And I was like, well, you've been gone for a long fucking time.
So you mean to them it's only been like exactly the amount of hours for the flight, but for us it's been like fucking 20 years?
Yeah. And they're going to be like, wait a minute. You're not supposed to be here.
MH370 land. Hey, we're coming in for it. What the fuck are they doing? It's fucking 2030. They're going to get out and be like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah. I don't know.
2014. A lot's changed since then, huh?
A whole lot's changed. I'd like to think that's what's going to happen. And they just land and they're very confused.
But they're alive.
Yeah, alive and well. Everyone's
and
good.
Then somehow their kids are older than them.
Yeah. Stupid.
It'd be like Fallout. What's that? Fallout 4.
Oh,
Fallout 4, right? When you go back to your father, you're like that old man. You're like, who the hell? Oh, I'm your son, Sean, right? I think it was Sean, right?
Spoiler alert, but yeah.
Ah, sorry. The game's been out for a long time. I did. Josh is usually the spoiler, but
What?
yeah, I spoiled it. You spoiled movies, like Tremors.
Oh, I'm sorry. Has that just come out?
What other movies did you spoil? You're like, oh, sorry, spoiler alert. You did it a few times.
Devil's Pass, Titanic 2.
The Titanic sinks. That was a spoiler. Oh man, I hope I don't know. Wouldn't it be awesome if the amount of fucking flack he gets for this we got for saying the Titanic was the Olympic, and like people just fucking attacked us left and right and called us stupid and just dumb morons. Yeah, but just not at that rate.
I'll have
like
people,
everyone's.
People just throw coffee in our face in public.
Yeah, we just walk. You idiot! Splash us. Yeah. That means we made it, right?
Yeah, when we're getting spit on in public over the Titanic. Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Sure. We have two very different definitions of awesome.
Then I'm like, oh man, you know who I am. But you do know me.
Aren't you that fuckwit who can't tell the boats apart? All right.
Yes.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh man. So yeah, I think he thinks it's a black hole. I think it's I don't know.
Slightly different.
The only thing
black hole.
A different black hole. The only thing I kind of stray from for me would be, I don't know if this is actually US made technology. I think it might have been extraterrestrial technology that we have tried to figure out how they made it, try to reverse engineer, and we're working on it, but we haven't been able to truly do it, and it's just we've been using their technology that we found of our alien, freaking neighbors that live in the oceans or from other space, but I think a lot of them live in the ocean. I think that is how how the aliens have transported for hundreds of thousands of years to the ancient civilizations. They have that technology, and the U.S. maybe somehow during the Dulce-based wars or something got a hold of some of it, right?
Yeah.
And they're using it, and they're trying to reverse engineer it. And maybe they haven't done it yet. Well, it's been 11 years since the Malaysia. They might have been able to figure it out by now, but maybe back then it was a test of how this newfound technology they got, not necessarily developed themselves, but found, testing how it worked. And they said, let's just try this plane. It's got a bunch of Chinese engineers on it, and just try this one. And it was successful, and then they really started to reverse engineer it. I think that's where it came from. I don't think it was U.S. made technology on its own. I think it's more of a extraterrestrial origins, but now has been domesticated and used here, and we kind of figured out how to use it.
Yes, and then us, the public, don't notice them using it because we're too busy being angry at gene ads.
And in a way, maybe that's the whole point of the gene ad and the Nazi propaganda bullshit. Distractions.
Yeah,
Could possible.
Keeps us nice and busy.
Makes me get all frustrated when I'm working on a freaking scissor lift thinking of stupidity of Nazi propaganda when I'm dealing with a piece of shit fucking scissor lift that doesn't work. And
you were really mad. You were like fuming.
Dude, I'm mad. I'm mad because I had a piece of shit Skyjack SJ20 that they changed the freaking display on it and the codes are all weird. So I called Skyjack themselves and they're like, oh yeah, that code, just replace the joystick on the controller. That's the only thing it is. And I was like, you sure? It doesn't seem right. And they're like, yeah, and that's why I got a controller and didn't do anything, didn't fix it. I was like, this is not what the problem was, it's the same thing. And then I found a diode bad on the brake and the brakes won't release, and then I just said, fuck it, I don't care, I'm going to jump out the brake relay and just let the brakes release so they can drive it, I can get it the fuck out of here, and they can bring another one over because I don't want to deal with it anymore because I'm pissed off at a gene ad. That's what happened yesterday.
See, that's what you've been dealing with at work. At my job, we had somebody leave a car for 4 months in our parking lot, and he took the plates off and everything. And then the car got towed. So then he brought his big dumb friend in to try to intimidate us and yell that we're going to get sued because we stole his car. And then he left and then called my place, my shop yesterday, asking for my boss. And I'm like, yeah, he's not back until Tuesday. And he started flipping out on me. And I'm like, all right, man, you don't got to make threats. I really don't care. And he's like, oh, I'm threatening you. And I hung up on him. And he called right back, and he's like, you hang up on me again, I'm pulling you into litigation, too. I was like, there is no litigation, dumbass. You left a car with no plates out in public. Of course it got fucking towed.
Yeah, if it's not on private property, it needs to be registered and plated, and if it doesn't have plates, it's 100% able to be towed to an impound lot. Where'd they tow it to? I mean, just give them, like, here it is. Yeah, go get it. So,
No,
yeah, it's
I
impounded.
called him back. Yeah, I called him back and left a message. I was like, hey, if you want to get your car back, you got towed somewhere in New York, and here's the phone number. You call him and you pay him, because we're not paying for it, so fuck you.
Yeah. Good. Fuck them.
Take me to court, dumbass. You won't win. Anyway,
No.
that's what I've been dealing with at my job.
Yeah, I mean, is that one piece of shit? It infuriated me. But for the most part, I mean, I'm the best diagnostic fucking road guy in the area, so I get the shaft when it comes to what calls I go on. So, whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah. But, yeah, so that plane didn't crash.
It did not hit the ocean, and I'm
No.
all out of water again.
I've been drinking Cafe Bustelo, a nice hot cup of coffee, and I'm completely out.
Nice, yeah. So that means I think we're getting close to the end here. I'm gonna have to eat myself some Ovaltine before bed, though, and I'm gonna go check on that my fish tank light and see if it still has that moonlight going over the fish.
Yeah, well, you enjoy that. I'm going to go smell the rug in the dryer and see if it still reeks of shit.
All right, guys. Again, yes, please, if you're listening to this on Spotify, rate us 5 stars, whatever you want to do. Give us a follow if you haven't followed us yet. We're on socials. I'm starting to get. We got to get the. We X is a big presence. Instagram is going. We want to get on Facebook and TikTok. We'll work on those. I want to do little shorts of our podcast episodes just to kind of get more publicity out there on TikTok. So when we start doing that, you guys can follow us over there. And Apple Podcasts, rate us on there because we're on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and and YouTube, of course, YouTube. Subscribe to us over there. Spotify's still our biggest. But I think once we start getting videos out or some kind of video thing, we'll really start trying to push that YouTube and get it going over there. So
Yeah, we have some ideas for that we're toying with. So
yeah, we have some ideas for that. We have some ideas from some other stuff that we're kind of looking at. Josh sent me a prototype, and I think we're gonna try to keep going. It's gonna take a little while, but we'll get there. See you guys.
bye.